The love and hip-hop world is absolutely losing its mind after Mendeecees just dropped bombshell receipts about what really went down during Kirk and Kendra's secret hotel night. And trust me, it's wilder than anyone could have imagined. What was supposed to be a private getaway turned into a scandal so explosive that even the producers didn't know what to do. The moment Mendeecees went live and started spilling tea, social media went into meltdown mode. According to insiders, Mendeecees wasn't supposed to say anything, but after feeling betrayed by both Kirk and Kendra, he decided to expose everything from the messages to the hotel footage, leaving fans in total disbelief. The clip he leaked sent shockwaves through the entire LHH community. People are calling it one of the biggest betrayals in franchise history, and the fallout is already getting messy. Kirk's reaction: furious, Kendra's terrified, and Yandy, let's just say she had a few words of her own when the story hit the blogs. What started as a quiet night behind closed doors has now turned into public chaos with everyone pointing fingers. Alliances breaking apart, and reputations hanging by a thread. So, what really happened that night? Who's lying? Who's covering for who? And what role did Mendeecees actually play in the whole setup? Stay tuned, cause this hotel scandal blew the lid off every relationship in Atlanta. The night started out like any other in Atlanta. Flashy lights, VIP parties, and just enough gossip to keep the whole love and hip-hop circle on edge. But behind the scenes, something way bigger was brewing. According to multiple insiders, Kirk Frost and Kendra Robinson were spotted slipping out of an upscale Buckhead restaurant late at night alone. No cameras, no entourage, and definitely no spouses. At first, everyone assumed it was just business. After all, Kirk and Kendra had been collaborating on a few brand deals recently, and it wasn't unusual for the cast to cross paths. But what happened after that dinner at a luxury hotel, just a few blocks away, is what sent Mendeecees over the edge and set this whole situation on fire. Mendeecees, who's been in the game long enough to recognize trouble, allegedly got a call from a close source that night. The voice on the other end was shaky, nervous, and straight to the point. "Yo, you need to see this. Kirk and Kendra just checked into the same hotel, same room." At first, Mendeecees didn't believe it. He even laughed it off, thinking it was another blog rumor. But when he got a photo texted to his phone showing Kirk and Kendra entering the hotel elevator together, heads low, hoodies up, his jaw dropped. He immediately called Yandy. She picked up on the second ring, and before he could say a word, she already sounded tense. "Don't tell me it's about Kirk again." Mendeecees sighed, rubbing his face. "It's worse. He's with Kendra." For a second, there was silence. Then Yandy whispered, "No way, Jock's wife." That's when things started spinning out of control. Yandy, who's known for keeping her cool, tried to talk him down, but Mendeecees wasn't having it. He felt betrayed, not because he was directly involved, but because these were people he had vouched for, people he'd broken bread with, and now they were dragging the entire LHH circle into something dark. By morning, word had started to spread through group chats and production crews. Someone from the hotel staff allegedly leaked more details, claiming that Kirk and Kendra didn't leave the room until nearly 4 a.m. The situation was already looking bad, but it exploded when a short clip from the hotel's hallway camera mysteriously made its way online. The video was grainy, but clear enough. It showed Kirk standing outside a hotel room door, glancing around nervously before Kendra stepped out, adjusting her hair and jacket. They spoke for a few seconds, then hugged. Not friendly, not professional, intimate, and that's all it took. The internet went nuclear. Within hours, Kirk and Kendra was trending across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Fans flooded comment sections, tagging Rasheeda and Jock, demanding answers. Some called it a setup. Others said they saw it coming, but one thing was clear. The entire LHH cast was caught in the storm. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was sitting on even more tea. He hadn't said anything publicly yet, but sources say he was furious behind the scenes. According to one insider, Mendeecees felt disrespected because Kirk had been in his ear for months, pretending to mentor him about trust and loyalty, all while sneaking around with someone else's wife. The tension finally snapped when Mendeecees joined a private cast dinner the following night. Jock wasn't there, but Kirk was sitting across the table, acting like nothing happened. Witnesses say Mendeecees leaned forward and said quietly, "But clearly you got something to tell me, bro." Kirk looked up, smirked, and said, "About what?" That's when Mendeecees lost it. He slammed his phone on the table and pressed play on the video clip. The faint sound of the hotel hallway filled the room. Everyone froze. Yandy's eyes went wide. Carly Red gasped so loud half the restaurant turned to look. Kirk's face strained of color. "You really going to sit here and lie like I ain't got receipts?" Mendeecees said. Kirk tried to grab the phone, but it was too late. Word spread faster than fire. By the next morning, every major gossip page had picked it up, including The Shade Room, Hollywood, Unlocked, and Lipstick Alley. But what shocked everyone even more was that Mendeecees went live that afternoon, sitting in his car wearing a black hoodie. Tone was calm but deadly serious. "I wasn't even going to say nothing. When grown men start disrespecting the code, I can't let that slide. Kirk Frost, you know what you did. And Kendra, you know too." He didn't name names beyond that, but he didn't have to. Fans already knew. The comments exploded instantly. Mendeecees said what needed to be said. Kendra, not Jock's, Kendra. This season about to be insane. Within hours, Jock's phone was blowing up. Multiple sources said he was blindsided. He didn't believe it at first until someone showed him the same footage Mendeecees had leaked. Jock reportedly stormed out of the studio, telling producers not to film him until he talked to Kendra directly. Meanwhile, Kendra was nowhere to be found. She shut off her phone, deactivated her Instagram, and allegedly checked into her mom's house for a few days to clear her head. Rasheeda, on the other hand, handled it like a boss, at least publicly. She posted a cryptic message in her story that read, "Ain't nothing hidden under the sun." But insiders say she was furious. One source told reporters, Rasheeda tried to play it cool, but behind closed doors, she was done. She told Kirk, "This time, you embarrassed yourself and everybody else with you." Production tried to calm things down, but it was too late. The cast was divided. The fans were demanding answers. And Mendeecees had just become the center of the biggest scandal in love and hip-hop Atlanta's recent history. Even Mendeecees warned him to back off. "You already stirred up enough trouble," she said. "You don't know who's watching." But Mendeecees wasn't finished. In his mind, this wasn't about gossip anymore. It was about principle. Kirk had betrayed trust, crossed boundaries, and now everyone was paying the price. As the night ended, a final twist hit the internet. A hotel employee leaked another image, this time showing a third person who allegedly entered the room after midnight. The blurry figure appeared to be a woman wearing a red dress, and fans immediately began speculating who it could be. Some said it was Carly Red. Others believed it was someone from production. But one thing was for sure, this hotel night wasn't just wild, it was dangerous. And Mendeecees, he wasn't done talking yet because according to him, that video wasn't even the worst part of what happened that night. The next chapter would make the first leak look like child's play. As the hours passed, the internet became a storm of chaos. The clip of Kirk Frost and Kendra Robinson leaving that hotel suite had gone viral, spreading faster than wildfire across every platform. Twitter Spaces were filled with fans dissecting every frame. TikTok users made dramatic reenactments, and Instagram blogs couldn't post fast enough. But amid all the noise, one man decided to step forward, and that was Mendeecees Harris. When he went live on Instagram, more than 60,000 people joined within the first minute. His face looked calm, but the tension in his jaw said otherwise. He stared into the camera for a long moment before finally speaking. "I didn't want to say nothing at first," he began, "but y'all out here talking like I don't know what went down that night. Trust me, I was there." That one line froze the entire internet. Viewers flooded the chat with comments. What Mendeecees was there? He about to spill everything. It's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones. Mendeecees leaned forward, his voice low and controlled. "See, when you're in the same circles as these people, you start hearing and seeing things you wish you didn't. Kirk been wild in 4 years, but this time he crossed a line even he can't explain away." He paused, shaking his head as the chat went crazy. Kendra came in that hotel with full intentions of token business. But Kirk, he had other ideas. According to Mendeecees, what started as a supposed meeting about a brand collaboration between Frost Enterprises and Kendra's law firm turned into something much darker. They was drinking, laughing, and the energy got real flirty real quick, he said. And let's just sit, didn't take long before boundaries started disappearing. Just sit, didn't take long before boundaries started disappearing. The audience gasped as Mendeecees dropped his next bombshell. He claimed there were multiple people in that hotel suite, including a love and hip-hop camera assistant who secretly filmed parts of the encounter on their phone. That's how the footage got out. He explained, someone on set leaked it to a blog for money. Fans couldn't believe it. If Mendeecees' story was true, this wasn't just a random scandal. It was an inside job, and the fact that someone from production was involved made it even worse. But things took another turn when he brought up Yandy Smith's wife. "Yandy told me to stay quiet," he admitted. "She said it ain't our drama and that I should let it play out, but I can't. I know what I saw." Mendeecees then claimed that Kendra left the hotel in tears, calling a mutual friend and saying she made a huge mistake. According to him, Kirk tried to convince her to stay quiet and act like nothing happened. He even sent her gifts, flowers, jewelry, and texts saying how much he respected her privacy. Mendeecees said with disgust, "That ain't respect, that's guilt." At that exact moment, someone recorded the live and reposted it with a caption, "Mendeecees just ended Kirk's marriage and Kendra's career in one live stream." Within an hour, Rasheeda Frost, Kirk's wife, broke her silence. She posted a black screen on her Instagram story with the words, "Don't play with me, I always find out." Fans immediately flooded her comments with sympathy and speculation. "Rasheeda deserves better," one wrote. Another commented, "She warned him before. Now she done for real this time." Meanwhile, Kendra tried to defend herself. She posted a short video saying, "I'm not entertaining lies. People love to twist narratives when they don't know the truth. Kirk and I were at a business dinner, nothing more." But the problem was screenshots told a different story. Blogs released messages allegedly between Kirk and Kendra, showing late-night texts that were way too flirty to be professional. One message read, "Kirk, that red dress from dinner still in my mind. You know what you was doing to me." Kendra, "Boy, stop playing. You've gone get us both in trouble." That was the last straw for the internet. Fans started tagging young Jock under every post, demanding answers. And when Jock finally went live, he didn't hold back. "Yo, I saw that video just like y'all did. I ain't going to act like it don't hurt," he said, visibly frustrated. "But I'm going to say this. Some people you trust be showing their true colors when the cameras ain't." He then confirmed that he and Kendra were on a break, but admitted he never thought she'd cross a line with Kirk. "He's supposed to be a big brother, not a snake," Jock said, slamming his phone on the table. "You can't tell me that was business. Ain't no contract look like that." The comments section exploded with reactions. "This love and hip-hop cast too messy." "Mendeecees really opened Pandora's box." "Kirk ruins everything he touches." Meanwhile, insiders close to production revealed that VH1 was scrambling to handle the situation. They allegedly sent emergency PR statements to every cast member, warning them not to speak publicly about the incident until the network had time to review the footage. But by that point, the internet had already made up its mind. Bloggers claimed that Kendra had been spotted at a private dinner with her law firm partners, looking visibly upset. Sources said she was terrified about what this scandal might do to her career. She worked her whole life to build her reputation. One insider said now she's trending for all the wrong reasons. Mendeecees, however, wasn't done talking. The next day, he posted a cryptic tweet. "Funny how truth always sounds like hate when people ain't ready for it." Fans interpreted that as a direct message to Kirk and Kendra. Meanwhile, Kirk was spotted entering his studio in Atlanta, where out Rasheeda and paparazzi caught him yelling on a phone call, "I didn't do nothing wrong. It's all lies," he shouted before slamming the door. But as reporters replayed his words, social media didn't buy it for a second. Later that night, Rasheeda unfollowed both Kirk and Kendra on Instagram, deleting every recent post with her husband. That move said everything the world needed to know. By morning, the blogs went into overdrive again. The Shade Room posted Mendeecees Mito just started the biggest LH feud of the year. Fans were glued to their screens, waiting for what would happen next. Would VH1 fire someone? Would Rasheeda finally leave Kirk? Would Juk confront Kendra on camera? But the most chilling twist was yet to come. A source claimed their security footage from that same hotel hallway showing Mendeecees himself arriving minutes before the incident that sent fans into a frenzy. Was he part of the setup? Was he there to expose them, or something else entirely? The internet didn't know what to believe anymore. Everyone had a version of the story, and nobody could tell who was truly innocent. But one thing was Clairon's bombshell live changed everything. The next chapter of this scandal wasn't just about Kirk and Kendra anymore. It had pulled in every major love and hip-hop figure. And the fallout was far from over, because if what people were whispering was true, that leaked video wasn't the only one. And the next one might ruin more than just a marriage. It could destroy an entire franchise. The next morning, Atlanta woke up to chaos. News outlets, gossip blogs, every love and hip-hop fan page were buzzing non-stop. And the headline that dominated every feed read, "Second, hotel video leaks. Mendeecees story confirmed." The leaked footage wasn't just a clip. It was full surveillance footage from that same hotel floor, time-stamped with clear visuals of who entered and exited the suite that night. And yes, just as Mendeecees had said, Kirk Frost and Kendra Robinson were clearly seen entering that room, together around 11:47 p.m. But that wasn't all. Roughly 10 minutes later, another familiar figure appeared in the footage, Mendeecees himself. The moment fans saw that, the internet imploded. Wait, He said he was there, but why was he going in after them? Was Mendeecees part of this setup? Bro, this story getting darker by the hour. Everyone had a theory, and none of them were pretty. Some said he was there to stop what was happening. Others claimed he was secretly filming for the show, and a few even suggested he orchestrated the entire leak. As payback for old love and hip-hop beef. Within hours, Mendeecees jumped back on Instagram Live, this time visibly angry. "Stop acting like I'm Thevelane," he snapped. "I went there cause a mutual friend called me saying Kendra was uncomfortable and needed help getting out of there. Y'all ain't got the full context. But fans weren't buying it, so if you was rescuing her, why you ain't say that the first time?" One user commented, "This whole story smell like setup." Another wrote, "Meanwhile, Kendra finally broke down publicly in a tear Instagram video. She confessed that she did meet Kirk for business, but admitted things went too far. I ain't perfect," she said, voice shaking. "I let myself get caught in a moment I regret, but I'm human. I made a mistake." She went on to say that after the meeting, she panicked and called a friend for help. That friend being Yandy, who then told Mendeecees to check on her. That's why he came. Kendra revealed he didn't do anything wrong. "He was just trying to make sure I was safe." That statement shifted the internet's focus instantly. Now, instead of blaming Mendeecees, fans turned their rage back on Kirk. Every time Kirk gets caught, Rasheeda got to relive the same nightmare. One fan wrote, "He's been embarrassing her since season 1. And as if on cue, Rasheeda posted a cryptic but emotionally loaded video on her Instagram story. It showed her walking out of the Frost Bistro, her and Kirk's restaurant alone. The caption simply read, "When respect is gone, love ain't enough." That line broke hearts across social media. People began flooding her DMs with support, using hashtags like #TeamRash, ETDA, and #Levi's trending nationwide. Even some celebrities chimed in. Carly Red commented, "About time you choose you." While Erica Dixon added, "You held it down long enough." By afternoon, VH1 producers couldn't keep the lid on it anymore. A leaked email showed that the network had paused filming for the next 2 weeks due to cast safety and legal review. But off camera, things were still spiraling. Mendeecees, despite being vindicated by Kendra's statement, was now being targeted by Kirk's team. Sources close to Frost claimed that Mendeecees had been recording conversations for weeks, gathering dirt on other cast members to stay relevant. He ain't no saint. One insider said he's been looking for a way to shake things up, and he found it with Kirk and Kendra. But Yandy wasn't having it. She went live that night, defending her husband fiercely. "Don't twist this man's intentions," she said. "He was the only one who tried to help when things got out of hand. And now y'all trying to villainize him for telling the truth. Nah, we not doing that." Our words lit social media up again, but this time, fans were divided. Half supported the Harris family while the other half accused them of stirring up the mess for clout. As this war of words unfolded online, Chalk finally broke his silence, and his tone was pure heartbreak. "Man, I tried to keep it private," he said during a radio interview. "But once that footage dropped, I knew it was over. You can't fix something that keeps breaking." The host asked if he'd forgiven Kendra, but Jock just stared down for a long moment before replying quietly, "I forgave her for me, not for us. There ain't no us anymore." That one line hit harder than any confession. Fans flooded his page with sympathy, calling him the most real one for being vulnerable. Meanwhile, Kendra deleted her social media altogether, the clear sign that she needed space from the chaos. But the drama didn't end there. A day later, Rasheeda reportedly met up with Kendra at a quiet restaurant in Buckhead, and eyewitnesses said the meeting didn't go well. Rasheeda looked calm, but her eyes said everything one witness claimed. Kendra was crying, apologizing, but Rasheeda didn't flinch. She just got up, left money on the table, and walked out. Word spread that Rasheeda had filed for a separation, and while her rep refused to confirm, insiders hinted it was true. "She's done protecting him," said a friend close to the couple. "This time, there's no coming back." With Rasheeda allegedly walking away, Kirk's empire began crumbling. Endorsement deals were paused, sponsors pulled back, and Frost Bistro's Yelp page was bombarded with angry comments calling him Atlanta's biggest cheater. Meanwhile, Mendeecees seemed oddly calm. He posted a single message on X, formerly Twitter. "The truth always comes with enemies. I sleep good though." But behind the scenes, things weren't as peaceful. Word leaked that VH1 producers were considering turning this scandal into a special reunion episode, complete with footage and exclusive interviews. The rumored title, "The Hotel Scandal: Truth, Lies, and Betrayal." That special aired It would force everyone Kirk, Rasheeda, Kendra, Jock, and Mendeecees to face each other in the same room for the first time since the scandal erupted. Fans could barely contain their anticipation. Imagine Rasheeda confronting Kendra on camera. That's going to break the internet, one user wrote. But while everyone focused on the potential reunion, a bigger revelation was brewing quietly in the background. A blog known for accurate love and hip-hop leaks claimed there's another clip. One that allegedly shows Kirk trying to bribe the production assistant who leaked the original footage. The blog hinted money talks, but this time the tape speaks louder. If that video ever surfaced, it wouldn't just end Kirk's career. It could expose major behind-the-scenes corruption within the show itself. By the time the sun set, the internet was once again divided, exhausted, but addicted to every new drop of information. Fans started tagging Monisco, demanding she make it right and stop protecting cheaters. And through it all, Mendeecees' final words from his live echoed in everyone's mind. This ain't the last time y'all see a hotel room ruin somebody's life. Believe that, 'cause in the love and hip-hop world, secrets don't stay buried. They just wait for the right moment to explode. And when they do, everybody pays the price. And there you.